Have you ever scrolled through YouTube and seen countless videos of people showing their method that makes 60 million coins an hour? And yet, somehow with all these videos on YouTube, you're still broke? And you wonder, how are other players making hundreds of millions of coins while you're constantly struggling to actually make a little bit of money? The answer is pretty simple. All of these methods you see on YouTube, either one, die because of saturation, or two, are either lying to you about their rates, and three, are just temporary methods that you can only do in a specific time period. Now, I'm not saying that all of these YouTubers are lying to you, because some of them are actually really helpful and do make the amount of money they claim, such as most mining videos, but it doesn't take a genius to realize YouTube is not going to make you rich, although it can help you with ideas or tips to make money. So let's get right into this video about how to make money in Hypixel Skyblock. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to give you the best tip right away, and it is to find a consistent money making method that will last you in the long run. Now, an example of this is either farming or mining. These usually never die out, as you can sell their stuff to the NPC, although they do change rates kind of often due to nerfs and buffs, but overall they always make money and a consistent amount since it's not really RNG based. This is something I actually struggle with on my main profile, which I literally have nothing to make money other than RNG drops from dungeons floor 7. The only consistent money making method I have right now is summoning eyes from zealot bruisers, which doesn't make too much at the moment, to be honest. But once you find a consistent money making method, this game will be a lot easier to afford expensive items that you need to progress. So I would consider finding one as soon as possible and committing to it. Or you can just be a no life and low ball and log off until your stuff sells, but that's no fun. Another thing you commonly see on YouTube is these bazaar flips or craft flips, which in that moment of the video they might make that certain amount of money, but once it's on YouTube, everyone has access to it and the entire thing drops. It doesn't make as much profit, but this isn't completely useless. You just need to find the craft flips or bazaar flips on your own, so you're the only one doing it and the profit stays the same. If you struggle finding these on your own, you can always use the Kafo website, which displays all the information you need, such as profit per flip or crafting price, literally everything you need to make money. Just scroll around, and once you get good at using this website, you'll be set for the entire game. And for those of you that don't know about it, I will link it down in the description. Another possible reason you're not making any money is because you are grinding for RNG drops, which you quickly realize you're not going to have a steady cash flow, as most of the time RNG drops are just a big time investment since you're not guaranteed to get what you want. So anytime you put that time into your meter, such as the floor 7 Necrons handle, you have to do that amount of runs to actually get it. Now let's say you get halfway and you don't commit to it, then all of that time was pretty much useless, but that's just in terms of money. At least you leveled up. This was pretty much my only way of making money on this profile, as I would just go and hope for a scroll or a giant sword, or basically anything that I could profit from. But if you want to make money from dungeons, I would suggest master mode floors to get master stars, but this is still kind of RNG, so I wouldn't recommend it for money. A pretty good way to make decent money is also doing carries. If you are at least past mid game, since you can carry on Discord such as Skyblock Maniacs or Dungeon Hub, or literally any Discord server that offers carries, you can go apply to that and you will see the tons of tickets of people wanting to be carried in either Slayers, Kudra, or Dungeon Floors. For the kind of mid game, I would suggest getting a setup to solo tier 4 Enderman, since everyone needs carries since they want to hit Enderman Slayer 5 and up. And once you do have the setup, you just do carries until you don't want to anymore, and you can always just sell the setup, but I would suggest keeping it in case you do want to do more carries. And that itself is a pretty consistent money making method. So yeah, if you are doing literally anything in the game that needs stats, then I really suggest that you buy a booster cookie and have that active at all times, and also a god pot, since both of these greatly increase your stats and wisdom for XP. Now you also get a certain amount of bits with these, which you can buy stuff from Elizabeth's shop, and also get a portion of money from the cookie back. But it's not just for the stats. The commands also allow you to save a lot of time. So if you're going back and forth from the bazaar, that is costing you minutes to hours of your playtime. Not only that, with a booster cookie you can die and your coins will be completely fine, which is actually a big help if you need to buy stuff on the go or you don't have coins in your bank and constantly have to go to the hub to take out some money. So pretty much a booster cookie is a necessity in this game, so have this active at all times. If you've noticed, there's an alpha server on this game that actually lets you access some updates a little bit earlier than when it releases. Now you may be asking, what does that do for me? Well, if you explore or look around in in the patch notes and updates from Hypixel themselves, you can see what items that are going to be in the new update. Now, if you look at the crafts from these items, you can profit a lot by making a big order on the needed items for that specific update. So this is pretty much just investing in a certain item that you know is going to be in demand a ton once the update hits. Now, you do have to be one of the first couple of people to know about this, since almost everyone does this as well. But if you are, then you can make a ton of money off of updates alone. You can literally make anything a money making method in this game if you figure it out yourself. For example, buying mining XP boosts and selling them to auction, which you can literally get from these NPCs. Or if you're familiar with the market, then auction house flipping. Now for you rich players, I'm going to tell you a piece of shit way to make money in this game. So if you have no morals, then you might be familiar with this. It's market manipulation, which is buying a lot of a certain amount of an item on the auction house so you can list them all for a much higher price, and doing this makes you a good chunk of profit, but it's pretty risky. So if you're ballsy, then go for it. Now this video is not to give you a specific money making method, but it is to give you ideas on how to find your own way to make money that could actually be making you 60 to 80 mil an hour without having insane requirements such as an Inferno Kudra setup. But yeah, that is going to be the end of the video. I know it was a short one, but I also want to thank you guys for the insane support on the last video. I really put a lot of effort into that one, and I did not expect it to go that good. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.